Open?
Yeah. Great to be back. It's been a long time since I've been back. The golf course right now is in fantastic shape. I mean, it's springy. The balls are, it's not quite flying. It's not really warm out yet, but the greens have definitely got a little spring to them. But they're not overly quick, which is nice. And you can see some pretty good scoring, unless this weather comes in. We're supposed to get on Friday, then it might be a little harder.
Tiger, you typically like tracks where it doesn't take 28 under to win. Why make this your?
I don't think it's going to be that. I take that right now, but I think that with the weather coming in and we're supposed to have the rain, the cold, the wind, I don't still see it going to be as low. And plus also the changes they've made out there. The longer hitters have done extremely well here, and the number to carry a lot of these bunkers are just barely out of reach for some of these guys, even the big boys. So you're going to be playing to the side of them instead of over the top, and I think it's one of the reasons why you've seen some of the longer hitters do really well. You play over the top, you have wedges, and the fairways widen out.
Tiger, you typically like tracks where it doesn't take 28 under to win. Why make this your?
I don't think it's going to be that. I take that right now, but I think that with the weather coming in and we're supposed to have the rain, the cold, the wind, I don't still see it going to be as low. And plus also the changes they've made out there. The longer hitters have done extremely well here, and the number to carry a lot of these bunkers are just barely out of reach for some of these guys, even the big boys. So you're going to be playing to the side of them instead of over the top, and I think it's one of the reasons why you've seen some of the longer hitters do really well. You play over the top, you have wedges, and the fairways widen out. We're going to be all playing from basically the same areas now, or taking basically the same lines off the tees.
Tiger, can you talk about the work you've done since you saw you at the Hero World Challenge?
Yep. Yeah. Well, I had to take a little bit of break there for a while. That flu bug got me pretty good for another probably 3 weeks afterwards, and lost a lot more weight. So I was finally able to start gaining weight again, and then we started training, and then I started practicing with Chris, and we've done some really good work. It's just continuation. We have a game plan where we need to get to, and each stage, we're ahead of schedule on each stage of the game plan, and that's a good sign. So overall, I'm very pleased to go out there and hit shots, and as you saw out there, I'm cranking up the speed. Speed's coming back up, and it's going to be a fun year.
What are your memories of
the chipping? Yeah, the chipping was I was caught right between techniques, between my old release pattern and body movement when I was working with Sean, and then obviously my new release pattern. So we had to basically just hit thousands upon thousands of chips and just get it out of there, and now it's better.
Tiger, can you tell us what you make of this very strange incident involving Robert Allenby out of Hawaii?
Yeah, I don't really know much about it, to be honest with you. I know he got beat up. I don't know much about it. I just saw a quick headline. I saw a photo. He didn't look very good. But that's all I know about the incident. So I'm a little lacking on knowledge on that. Sorry.
What are your memories here from the hole-in-one in '97?
The hole-in-one in '97. I think I broke Fluff's hand. I missed. Either what did I miss? I missed Omar, or was it Rusty? Omar missed his, and then the old school back in the day raised the roof. That was the thing in the day, and then on top of that, just smelling and hearing the beer hit behind me on the tee box. It was a different, obviously a different setup then. To turn around and see all this beer flying was crazy. And then the more eerie part is when we were playing 17 and 18, everybody didn't really care. They were walking in because they had seen what they wanted to see, and 16 was empty. And so we look back on 16, you see all these beer cups everywhere on the tee box, and probably maybe an eighth of the people there. and everyone's has taken their way around, walking up here and go to the, what is it, bird's nest, crow's nest, whatever it is. They're all headed there. I don't know, some nest over there.
Scared
What
you.
about the boulder? That's a thing that still today is talked about.
Yeah.
You know, the rule.
Yeah.
At the time, were you just sort of grasping, or did you think, hey, this can be moved?
I thought it was lighter than it was, and it says movable objects, and I thought I could move it. Evidently, it took about like 5 other dudes to do it, and then here's the thing about that that's kind of funny is that they moved it the wrong way. They moved it in the direction which I didn't want to have it moved, so that means I had to start the ball out to the right. If you remember, I had the ball in the right bunker instead of hitting up the left. So, but I wasn't going to have them go back in the cactus and move it back over the other way.
Tiger, we read the report. Can you take us through what happened to your tooth a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, that didn't feel very good. There's 2 different podiums, if you know in skiing. When they come down from the run, the top 3 are always there right there at the end of the run. After every race is completed, then they move that up on the hill so all the photographers can do their deal and their champagne and whatever it is out there in the middle of the run. Lindsay had finished, and I had walked up to the top. I still had my mask on, so no one knew who I was. Trying to blend in, because there's not a lot of brown dudes at ski races. Okay, so yeah, I mean, we blend in, wouldn't we? Yeah. So that was the whole idea of why I wore the mask. And then I came up above, and I was looking down, and all the camera guys are below me, on their knees or standing or getting on the ground, moving all around, trying to get a picture, because she's hugging people, saying congratulations to the other racers as they're coming down. Some are already finished, some are already in the changing area. And the dude with one of the video cameras on his shoulder was kneeling right in front of me, stood up, turned, and caught me square in the mouth. So he chipped that one, cracked the other one, and so then, I'm trying to keep this thing on so the blood's not all over the place. And luckily he hit the one that I had the root canal on. That's the one that chipped. So, but the other one had to be fixed as well because it had cracks all through it. Oh Jesus, the flight home was a joke. I couldn't eat, I couldn't drink until he fixed them, until I put the temporaries on. I couldn't have anything touch it, even breathing hurt, because any kind of air rushed over the nerve of the tooth that was still alive, but it was cracked.
You waited until you came home.
I had to fly home and get it done, and first thing in the morning, which was nice.
Did Tiger even know that he had done that?
He didn't care.
Tiger, what did you make of the fact that this incident got so much play?
It's the new world. I guess we need to talk about something. Fill up space. And the story is about Lindsay breaking the record. That's the story. I mean, geez, we all have every sport. You get teeth knocked out, and unfortunately, I wasn't actually competing. Got my teeth knocked out.
Tiger, what does it feel like to have so many people not believe
What's that? These are permanent. Yeah.
both of them were permanent?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What made you choose the skeleton mask? What made you choose the skeleton mask opposite something that stuck out to everybody?
You play Ghost Recon?
No.
Okay, then you don't know.
Tiger, what does it feel like to have so many people not believing your story?
Dude, you guys, it's just the way the media is. It is what it is.
That's just not the media.
It's just what it is.
Tiger, talk about what it's like being back and being on the 16th hole. How much that's so much different than anywhere else.
It is, I haven't seen it yet. I'm not going to see it till tomorrow. So I'm gonna do some work. Yeah, it's different over the years. As I said, back in '97, they didn't have the bleachers like they did around the tee box. It was just a hill, and people were just partying. And I don't know if they still serve the alcohol like they used to, because that was a pretty. The guys who were playing behind me, they had some pretty wet lies. So it was a different ball game back then.
Tiger, what?
Yeah, my driving for sure. My driving's come around a lot faster. I'm a lot longer than I ever thought I could be again. my speed's way back up, and that's fun. I'm touching numbers that I did 15 years ago, so that's cool.
Tiger, coming into this week, what part of your game are you happiest with? And what part of your game needs the most?
The happiest part, I'm driving it. I feel great about driving my ball, and I think I need to work on a little bit here is getting the speed of these greens, because they're, as I said, it's in your head you assume hard greens with a lot of spring to them are going to be fast, but they're not fast. They spring, but they're putt slow, and so I got to do some work and try and overcome that little mental hurdle and make sure I can hit the putts hard, even though I know coming into the greens I got to throw the ball straight up in the air, play for a big hop, chips, play for 2 big hops before the ball starts thinking about stopping.
Tiger, why is it any security concerns coming here, just given the last time with the Orange?
And the Orange and the guy on 6. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I hadn't played it in a while, and I think the people here have done a fantastic job over the years and of making sure things are a lot more safe.
We got one more question.
Tiger, going back to the hole-in-one,
Mm-hmm.
you played a lot of competitive golf over the last 15 years and haven't had another one. You've had 3 only. It hasn't been since '99. Are you surprised that you don't have more holes-in-one?
Not really. I have 19. On tour, yeah, I think I've had 3. 2 have been caught on TV and 1 wasn't. The funny one is that TV crews here have to take a mandatory union break. And it was on number 7 at Castle Pines. I hooped it. They showed me on 6th green, take the union break. I hoop it on 7. They catch me up in 8 fairway, the par 5 up the hill. So that was probably one of the more funny ones. I hit it. I went in the hole on the fly and tore up the cup. But I hadn't holed one. You're right, in competition in a long time. Maybe 4 years ago, I made a hole-in-one from the 19th.
Okay, who was that? Do you remember who that was?
Alworth.
Tiger, you gonna go to the Super Bowl?
I'd like to. That's the plan. I just wish that my Raiders were there, but they're not. Well, we got. I'm not happy about the pick we got either. We fell down on that pick.
All right, Tiger, thanks for your time.
You got.